The unsaved man doesn't have anything. I'll never forget what my pastor said. He lived in Batesville, Arkansas when this happened. He was a country preacher, very brilliant man, self-educated. And he was living next door to a minister of another sect or religion. Now, the other man was older than my pastor. He was in semi-retirement. And one evening, both of them had been busy out in the yard. My pastor had a little garden, and so did the other old man. My pastor was sitting on a long veranda porch in a swing. And so the neighbor came over to greet him. And since they were neighbors, they had a good relationship. And he sat with my pastor in the swing, and they started talking. And the old man up in his 70s said to Reverend Edgar Wilkerson, he said, "Neighbor, you know, you and I profess to believe different things." And my pastor said, "Yes, sir, that's true." And as the swing gently swayed back and forth in the quiet of the sunset that evening, the old man said, "You know, we both can't be right." And again, my pastor, kind and courteous gentleman, said, "Yes, sir, you're right. One or the other of us has to be wrong. We both can't be right." Now, as far as my Baptist pastor is concerned, he believed you're saved by grace through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. The other man believed that he could work his way to heaven. He believed in doing, that you had to do so-and-so and do so-and-so. Finally, after a long pause, the old man said, "You know, I wonder if I'm wrong." My pastor waited a while and said, "Sir, if you have to question it, there has to be a doubt there. Now stop and think. To live and minister in religious affairs and to be past 75 years old and say, 'I wonder if I'm wrong.' Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. You better get better acquainted with your God than that. You better be sure and sure and sure enough sure that you pass from death unto life, so that you can say with Paul in the Philippian letter, 'I know whom I've believed, and I am persuaded that he's able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day.' To know that you possess eternal life and you shall never perish. To know beyond a doubt that your name is recorded in that blood-bought book, the Lamb's Book of Life. It is the Lamb's Book of Life. Why the Lamb? Because he died. And the Lamb bought that book. And when your name is etched in that book, you are a blood-bought son of God. Amen. And it's sealed with blood. The ancients, the rulers, used to seal their vows with a signet and with blood. Thank God, my friend, the Lamb sealed our redemption with his own precious blood when he went into the Holy of Holies and sprinkled it upon the mercy seat in heaven and gave us assurance by the resurrection from the dead that we have eternal life and we shall never perish. That's all we have. But thank God that's all we need. Amen. Being a Baptist doesn't cut any mustard with God. If you'll let me use that street saying, it's this: is my name in the Lamb's Book of Life?